Konnichiwa and welcome everybody back to Chrono Reviews. It's time for another Beast of the Mesozoic dinosaur review from the Raptor series in 1 to 6 scale. And this time is the Pyroraptor Olympius, and this one is actually the fan's choice version. It have a different color scheme. The normal version is brown, and I think that one is just like the Mongoliensis Velociraptor, slightly boring compared to other alternatives. So I picked this one, and this is probably the one I've been most hyped to open up. And I tortured myself by saving it to last. But it's due to this nicely fiery color scheme that really fits the name of Pyroraptor. And the Pyroraptor got its name because I think the fossil was found after a forest fire. So they gave it that name. And it's one of the species I didn't really pay much attention to at the start, but the color scheme made me fall for it, and it's nice to have some nice obscure species and not just Velociraptor and Dromaeosaurus, that is the name species that everyone knows. But it's nice to have some obscure dinosaurs as well, and this one is definitely no exception. And there's some nice artwork right there of the Pyroraptor Olympius, and there's the raptor sketch on the side there. I think this one is different than the others. And on the back you can see the other ones that you can have from the fan's choice, which is the Dromaeosaurus, another version, but I prefer the one I got. Then there's the Pyroraptor Olympius, it's this one, it's the fan's choice raptors. Then there's the Saurornitholestes Langstoni, which is the version I want to get from the out of the 3 different Saurornitholestes, because the blue and the purple and white one doesn't really strike me that much. Then it's this Sanyang Suni, which is probably also the version I would get of that one as well, because the other black and blue one is not really my thing. And then there is, let's see what's underneath the slide. There's artwork there. I don't think there are any collective card with this one. Yeah, it's the instructions of how to attach the tail and things like that behind there. And it's a nice artwork of the Pyroraptor eating on a corpse there. And this one is really like artsy. It's not that realistic a drawing, but it's very stylish. But let's see what I have to say about it once opened. And here it is out of the box, and it looks gorgeous as I hoped it would. But before going into the figure itself, let's go over the accessories a little quick. There is a base that is like the others, the same sculpture, but in a different paint job. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be some scorched ground to symbolize the fire, or if just some reddish sand to symbolize a little bit with its color scheme. But it does look nice though. Or maybe it's like an autumn, fall type of landscape, but in any case it's different in coloration from the others and it looks nice. There's also, just like with all the older releases, one rod, and this is the medium size rod, with the standard 2 different parts to hold it, and there is the alternative toes. And just like the others, you can store the toes inside the base on those pegs. You just press them on, there are 2 pegs in there, you press them on just like you do on the feet. And there are no collector cards with this one because it is just like the Velociraptor, an earlier release. And there was the backdrop of the packaging was some sort of sunset. It gives me a little bit of a Jurassic Park vibe to it, and it gives a fiery colored backdrop that suits the color of this dinosaur very, very well. And now to go into the dinosaur itself, the Pyroraptor do not disappoint because this figure is gorgeous. I can say it right away that these colors and the quality how they pulled off this color scheme, it really beats the other ones. As much as I love the Atrociraptor and Dromaeosaurus, the colors of this one lands as my favorite paint job out of this line so far. So each raptor have their own pros and cons. what makes me like it and not like it. So all of them have some sort of point that makes me like them, but this one sort of wins in the color department. And articulation is just like the other raptors. You attach the tail and it can bend. This one was a little warped in the package, but I think it might straighten out over time. And you can detach and attach this part in 2 different positions, just like the other 2. You can remove it and have it low position or high position. So if it's running, you can have it like in the low position, and otherwise I guess you have it in the high position because it's mostly accurate. And there's the torso joint, ball jointed legs, knee joints, ankle joints, foot joints, and the toe joint and sickle claw. And then the arms are ball jointed, and there's cut jointed elbows and hands. And then there's the neck joint, open and close the jaw, and a ball jointed tongue. The sculpture of this raptor is, unlike the Atrociraptor and Dromaeosaurus, it don't have that much species unique features to go along with it, like the smaller claw or the extra feathers for winter climates. It's pretty much the Velociraptor mongoliensis sculpture on the body. The body itself, because this is one of the more slim and slim looking raptors. So I think the legs are pretty much the same sculpture as the Velociraptor mongoliensis, and it have the same length of feathers and wing parts. The head's unique though. I think all of the different species are unique except for the mongoliensis and Obmolsky velociraptors, because they are basically just different paint schemes of the same sculpture. But all other species, as far as I can tell, have so far had different heads. Even if the head reminds me a little bit of the Dromaeosaurus, it's not the same. I did compare them in between this review, and they are unique. This one have a sort of different shape to the snout itself. And the paint job, well, my favorite part of this figure, is gorgeous. The eyes are nicely painted, orangey yellow eyes, and there is, just like the others, nice looking teeth in there, and a little bit more shiny inside of the mouth. It really looks nice. And there's a lot of tones to the orange, and a little bit more bone colored there, and like beige toned into the orange, and then there's the black stripe, and then nice colored black stripe with orange stripe, and the brighter underbelly like that, and there's some white here and here. It's really gorgeous. I really love these colors. And then there's this bird feet kind of paint job as well to the feet. The hands are dark though. And there are no real paint mistakes on this one. There were minor mistakes here and there on the others, but this one looks so clean. Everything blends together so nicely. And the white colors here are a little bit slightly metallic and shiny. And there's a little bit of blue metallic tint on the black here, and a little bit on different places over the figure itself. It gives some nice feathery shine to it. It really adds a lot to the effect. It's sort of like this is some sort of exclusive, extra well done one. But it's a fan's choice. Maybe they are done with more care. I don't know, but this one just, yeah, some shiny white here too. I just love this color scheme. It just flows together so naturally and so nicely. There's nothing really that strikes me as being a mistake on it. It's just so, it's clean and vivid, and yet it's not too strong. It looks natural as well. I really love this color scheme. And here I picked a running pose for the Pyroraptor, and I think it fits it really well because it looks sleek and it looks like a great runner. And I really like how it turned out. I mean, the whole paint scheme and the dynamic posing and everything, it really does this raptor justice. it's amazingly good. I mean, the paint job on this one are above what I saw in the others. All of them are good, but this one is a little bit above the others. And I think the running pose, it's a simple idea, but it looks good on this one. So let's compare it to, here is a Pyroraptor. So you can clearly see that this one is a little bit more bulky. But the Dromaeosaurus is another step more bulky. So here's the Dromaeosaurus. It feels a little bit unstable there. There we go. And then there is also one of the Velociraptors. And the only thing that makes the Velociraptor slightly more slim than this one is that the snout is a little bit thicker on the upper jaw compared to the Velociraptors. But so they have a little bit more thicker snout, deeper snout, but it's still quite long. And the overall look of the Pyroraptor, the overall sculpture are the same as the Velociraptor, so it's not that unique when it comes to the body, but the head sculpt is really neat. And just like with the other raptors, here's a comparison with 1:6 scale Black Rock Shooter. And as I said in the other reviews, if you want to see a comparison with these Beast of the Mesozoic raptors compared to Kenner, Mattel, and Reborn dinosaur raptors, and the Mattel and Kenner humans from Jurassic Park, then go check out the Velociraptor Mongoliensis review, because I do a better comparison there. So overall, the fans' choice of Velociraptors, I mean not Velociraptors, Raptors and Dromaeosaurs in general, the fans' choice are very promising when it comes to the detail and the chosen paint jobs, because this one, I really love it. And I will sure to check out the Sauronetolestes that I want from the fans' choice lineup, because I bet that one will be really great too. So I hope you enjoyed this review, and until next time, take care and sayonara!